Hello everyone, Michelle Emma here again. So this is kind of an add-on to the scoliosis videos from a few weeks ago. It's basically just going to discuss, not everyone's the same, but it's going to discuss an S-shaped curve, scoliosis curve in your spine. This one in particular is going to be a curve, a right curve in your thoracic spine and then a left curve in your lumbar spine. If you are the opposite way around, then you're going to do the opposite things. If you have a C curve, then it's completely different as to an S curve. So this is purely if you've got an S curve. And for me, it's going to be thoracic to the right, lumbar to the left. If you are thoracic to the left, lumbar to the right, then you're just going to be swapping it over. So all you're going to need for this is really quick. You can do it while you're watching TV, which I've been doing. I've set myself a 12-day challenge where I've been doing a few scoliosis exercises. I've got a list and I'm ticking them off for 12 days in a row just to try and get my body into position again, because I feel like as a Pilates instructor, I'm focusing on everybody else's body besides myself. And I just need a little bit of TLC for myself. So now with an S curve, what happens is you get a thoracic curve in your upper part. So your thoracic is that mid upper back. And what happens is that shoulder rolls forward, the shoulder blade starts to push out and becomes rounded. So what we are going to do is we are going to try and focus on doing that position, so you can kind of pull that shoulder back in and you won't notice anything from the side, and eventually it's going to start to work the correct muscles. If you look at somebody that hasn't watched these videos or hasn't become aware of their scoliosis, you're going to see a little bit more of a curve like that, as opposed to this side. You see, this is my natural side and it is flat. Okay, so that means when you're lying on your back, this towel is going to go underneath your right scapula to push it and automatically rotate your spine in the correct position. Because remember, if you have a right thoracic curve or if you have a right curve in any part of your spine, it means your spine or your vertebra also rotate to the right. So not only does it curve to the right, it rotates to the right. So you need to rotate your spine to the left. Now, on your lumbar curve, you're going to have, obviously, the towel underneath your hip. So it's going to go underneath your left hip in order to create that rotation. Because remember, now if it's curving to the left, it means your vertebrae are also rotating to the left, which means you need to rotate your vertebra to the right in order to straighten out the spine. So essentially what we're doing is we're doing it lying down so that we have gravity pulling us down so we can relax and let the muscles ease into their natural capacity. Whereas if you do it standing, it's a lot harder work. So I can also do it standing, where I just have to rotate my left hip forward to correct that curve. And then I rotate my left shoulder back to correct that curve. But then I need to pull the shoulder back. And in essence, it's going to straighten out my spine eventually, correcting the posture. But we all know that that's hard to do standing. So we're going to just lay down for a few seconds on our back. So what you're going to do, we start off with the left. So you're going to slide the towel in that, underneath that left hip in the midline. Okay, so I can already see my left hip is now rotated more. Okay. And then I'm going to take the towel and I'm going to place it underneath my right shoulder blade, also in that midline of my body. So if I look down, I'm most probably going to notice that my ribs are skew, but my boobs are now, or my chest, my pecs are now in one plane. Whereas before, because you've got that protrusion in your right shoulder, it always gives you that effect of your right pec being sunken in. So now once you're in this position, you're going to feel like it's higher here, but it's just dropping and twisting you in the right way. Your left hand is going to go to the left side of you, and your right hand is coming into a right angle. So you're keeping the elbow and the shoulder blade in line with each other, or the elbow and the shoulder, and then you're going to rotate that right hand all the way down. So I'll show you from this side and then I'll show you from the other side. Now, some of you might not be able to get this hand down, but I've been doing this for quite some time now that I can actually get my whole forearm flat, and it's starting to feel a lot more comfortable and a lot more natural. Okay, then once you're in this position, literally all you're going to do is breathe. So you're going to breathe in through your nose, because when you inhale, your spine naturally untwists itself because it lengthens, it elongates. And then when you exhale, just try breathe into those empty spaces, meaning the non-bulging parts of the back. So that will be the left upper clavicle and the right lower quadrant. So from the other side, just so that you can see what I did with my arm, I place the towel underneath my left hip, and then I place it underneath my right shoulder blade. It's a bit tricky to get into. And then all that I did was I took my right arm and I rotated it out. Automatically, it puts your pecs in a beautiful straight line. You can even tuck the shoulder blade under, flatten, and try to get it down as much as possible. If you want to add a weight chair just to help it down, you're more than welcome to. But never force your body into a position that feels super uncomfortable. Let's just feel like it's stretching. And that's all that we're going to be doing. So you hold it for about a minute or 2 minutes if you want to watch a bit of TV or try read or something in that position. It will be just a nice way to kind of show your muscles where they should actually be and to kind of gently press your spine back into the center. Thank you so much. Take care and see you next time.